what's happening. But actually, interesting. This hasn't happened to me before, but it seems to be a little better, I think. Yeah, there we go. They're flowing a little better now. If there's any more issues, let me know, guys. I'll try to make some more adjustments. They're actually doing pretty good right now. 30 seconds left into the map mechanic. OG doing a good job of sustaining. Lord Hawk just trying to kite as much as he can. He's still got a lot of cooldowns left. He's kind of just standing there memeing. I'm not sure what's happening with this match, but we'll definitely just try to get through it really quick. We're probably just going to end it, give one of them a buys, and just pass through forward.
I'm trying to hit him. My build is just all deep in him.
Thanks for joining, Skyhawk, and Alex. I really appreciate it. He's gone into the map mechanic now. So we're just going to move through this match. We're going to give OG the actual buy, and then Sword Skyhawk is going to be eliminated. Here comes the map mechanics. For those of you who haven't seen it before, this is it. Our next match coming up is actually Papa versus Guns Trek. And it's still laggy. I'm not sure why it's doing that. This match should be really good, actually. It's Papa versus Guns Trek. Both really experienced fighters, and they know how to use the arena and the map to their advantage, because this map is pretty much all about the terrain. So Skyhawk didn't actually want to participate, I don't think. Did you want to move on? No, it's going to be Alex that's going to move forward. Alex, you're going to be moving forward. We'll set that up. So now it's Papa versus Guns Trek. I'm just looking for the two participants. Here's one. And Guns Trek. Just give me a minute while I find him, guys. Oops. Let me look for him here. Just give me a minute. Here he is, Forrester Nipplehell. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm just waiting for Guns Trek. If he's not here, we're going to push over to the next one. Yes, Skyhawk, I'm removing you, bro. You're out of the tournament. It's OG moving forward. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Arathorn Stark should be in the match right now. I don't think he's in the right arena. One sec, guys. Just waiting for Earthworm still. He should be coming. I think he's confused as to which map to be in, so give me a minute. If he doesn't come, I'm just going to skip him and give Papa the bye. I'll give him another minute or two. Just be a little patient. So here he is. He's finally entered. So we got Singletary versus Arathorn Stark. Let's take a quick look at what Singletary's running. He's really good. He's been in a hiatus. He's come back for the past 3 weeks, so he's pretty tough now. He's got the ring rust out. He's ready to go. He's running Deadshot with Rune of the Adventure. He's got Staff with Sword and Torch. He's also running Illusions, Dueling, and Mirage. Let's take a... Where did Arathorn go? There he is. He's about to enter the arena. Someone's at his door. I don't mind waiting for Arathorn. He's a really strong warrior. He's interesting to see. He does play a funny build. He's been in a couple of tourneys. He's tried to enter a few, and situations like this tend to arise. But like I mentioned, this is the first round, so just bear with me if you can. Yeah, for sure, Mr. Cam can definitely take your spot if Ted Cruz has to leave after the first round. He did mention to me that he had a raid or something to do at 8:30, so that's not an issue. Mr. Cam, you're going to take its name is Tech Mojo in the actual bracket. I believe it's there. Just waiting for Arathorn. He's got someone at his door. He's super this guy. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and being patient with me. Like I mentioned, these first rounds are always pretty shitty like this. Okay, I'm going to give him one more minute. If he doesn't come, then I'm just kicking him out. Not sure why this guy entered. Okay, guys, we're just going to move forward, give him the bye. Arathorn's just taking way too long. The next match is going to be Space Pen versus Space Pen. Next match. Space Pen versus, who was it? Sherlock. This is probably one of the rougher starts that I've had in one of my tourneys, definitely for sure. Starting off on a terrible note and still moving on to a second terrible note. I apologize for this, guys. Once we get through it, it shouldn't be so bad once we start the quarterfinals. Here's Space Pen. Let's take a quick look at Sherlock while we wait. Need a little bit of music in the background.
Mike.
Yeah. Wilderness Survival, Beast Mastery, and Soul Beast. When we're looking at Rune of Divinity with Demolisher Amulet. He's also got Longbow with... Yeah, he's a fucking douchebag, bro. Like, what the fuck, man? He's pretty stupid. Nice, I got a spot for Floor God. So here's Spacepen coming in with his Firebrand. He's actually really good. He's been doing really good in his matches and his tourneys. He actually won the AT today as well. He does really good solo and 1v1, 2v2. So Spaceman trying to keep the pressure up onto Sherlock Sigil. Sherlock Sigil is that they're both AL members. They play often together, so they know each other's style as well. So he's trying to push him back. He gets him with the Worldly Impact. Spaceman actually re-engages really good. Ooh, big damage coming out of Sherlock. This is where it's very dangerous for Spaceman. He's into his second tomb right now. He's almost out of cooldowns on that one. He's running on the last of his mantras over here, but he gets some good counter pressure onto Sherlock. He's able to get the burning down, and that's it. Spaceman takes game one. We're actually going to go back to Papa's match before, and we're going to replace Arathorn Stark with a Floor God. Let me let these guys know. So, guys, there's a lot going on in the beginning of this.
Oh, I have to fight you next, Mike?
I think
Oh,
so.
man. Oh.
It's a best of three. Sherlock's coming back in. Let's take a look at why is Arathorn in here. Let me just ban him from here. There we go. Yeah, this tourney is taking way too long. I really apologize that for Spacepan. We have a lot of people that are kind of selfish when they're doing these tourneys, so they kind of take their own time and don't realize that there's other people here waiting for them. So this one I apologize for. It's not one of the best ones, but usually it goes really smooth. So here we go with our second match starting up. Spaceman kind of sitting back, charging up his mantras, waiting for his engage from Sherlock. Sherlock's got that heavy damage, so he's got to be really aware and very attentive of what's going on around him. He's got the Shield of Wrath. He gets him with the Worldly Impact on the quickness. That was a great job by Sherlock, but Spaceman does have a lot of sustain that can come out of him. So Sherlock's got to be dangerous. He can be really careful. He's already used his strength of the pack. He doesn't have much cooldowns left. He does have the lightning reflexes to get out if he needs, but nothing in the way of Condi Clear. Does he have Rune of Leadership? No, he doesn't. Even still on Rune of Divinity. So his Condi Clear isn't that strong. He's got to be careful for Space Bend with the big burst, and when drops his symbol and gets him in the big pull. Good job mitigating the damage over there. He misses the Worldly Impact, but he's able to get the Rapid Fire Burst right through the Shield of Wrath, dropping some Rain of Arrows to get some more cleave down. He's doing a good job on keeping the cripple up so he can get away from him. Now he's ready again. He's almost got Strength of the Pack ready. There's about 1 minute left in this match. Sherlock's holding his own quite well against the Firebrand. Very good so far. Still putting up the pressure. He's got the LOS spot where he can mitigate a lot of damage. Ooh, he's got the 7 stacks of burning. He needs to use his heal. Ooh, that was very close. He wasn't able to catch the 7 stacks of burns quick enough. Big pull from Spacepen. This looks like the end of it for Sherlock. He does have the strength of the pack that he can proc right now and use to gain some damage. Spacepen is really far. This is great positioning for Sherlock right now. He's got to be careful with that bubble and he doesn't take extra damage. It's not so bad, but when you're sitting at 2k health, they can do a lot of work. Spacepen doing a really good job sitting back, using his bubble as protection just to mitigate, getting his mantras back up, getting his... This is a bad spot for Sherlock now. He's got 10 seconds left until the map mechanic. He's got no heal accessible to him. He's only got one of his reflexes. A couple of his cooldowns are coming back. He's not going to be able to use his cooldown before the timer comes up. This looks like it's going to spell disaster for Spacepen. We're going to go back to the original match that we had before. We're replacing Gunstrek with Papa. We're going to be replacing Floor God with Arathorn. So we're actually going to go back to that match and not give him the bye. So there's actually Spacepen that takes this first match. Good job, Spacepen. The second match, excuse me. Let me just tell these guys. Oh, all I can smell is my food, bro, and I'm super excited. I'll post you the link to the brackets. Sorry, my man. For those of you in the Twitch stream, there's a lot going on in this one, guys. Just bear with me. Once we get into the quarterfinals, things should roll much, 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 much smoother. So here we got Floor God. Let's see if Singletary is here. There he is. Let's take it. These are both really, really strong competitors. This is going to be a really good fucking match. Floor God is really good at this Cornecker. I believe he's running the Cornecker. Hold on, just responding to some whispers. Take a quick look at Floor God here. He's really, really strong. Nice. And we also have another dropout. Shriner has dropped out, but we have a sub, which is Magic Boy, which is a really strong competitor. He's like our dominant powerhouse for AL. He's going to be taking Shriner's spot, so I'm excited to see him here. Curses, Spite, and Soul Reaping. He's one to watch. I'm going to keep an eye on Floor God right here. This map is all about terrain, and Floor God you can see right away going to the no port spot, and he's got access to LOS on that. I like this map sometimes because most of the time it comes down to how you use terrain. Even in a bad matchup, if you use the terrain well, you can definitely take advantage, as you can see from Floor God right here. Putting a lot of pressure onto Singletary. Doesn't have much in sustain for Condi Clear. This doesn't look good for him. He's trying to mitigate. He's trying to kite away as far as he can. Let's see what he has for cooldowns. He does have another blink, and he does have his jaunt if he needs it. He does so, and he's trying to get away. He uses both of them to get some big distance, which he has no choice, but the crippling is really bad for him right now. Floor God just owning and dominating. Singletary knows this one's over, just kind of stands there and lets it happen. And like I mentioned, Floor God is one to watch going throughout this. He's definitely going to get far in this tournament. I do not doubt it. Singletary is also really strong, but these two going together, only one of them may enter as the victor. So let's see what happens. Sorry guys, I'm just grabbing my drink here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you like this type of stuff, click follow, subscribe. I do tournaments every day. Sometimes they're a little shaky like this one. It's getting off onto a bad foot, but so far we're starting to get momentum now. Just like a ranked match, I think we're going to take this win. So here we go. Let's see if Singletary made any differences to his build. I don't believe so. Illusions Dueling Mirage. He did go Deadshot. He's still running Rune of the Adventure. Let's see if he can get some counter pressure up onto Floor God first. He's kind of just sitting back in his spawn point. Good job by Singletary, mitigating a lot of damage, making sure he doesn't come in, but Floor God still able to get some Condi down onto him, but not too much, so he's able to kind of just live through and survive that. Floor God trying to use the No port spot. Singletary coming up to contest him. He's got the fear ring down, which is pretty important to avoid. He's doing a good job of it. He's doing much better than in his first round, but the big fears is what you got to really worry about with this type of build. The fears last so long, and he can chain them for such a long duration. Here we go. He's able, but that consume conditions completely resets everything, and he gains a lot of heals. It was a great burst by Singletary. He almost thought that his heal was up, but good job by Floor God being patient and holding it. Now he's got to contest with a full Death Shroud. That was just a dominating performance by Floor God. He's one to watch when we go towards the end. So that's Guntrack that moves forward. Our next match after this is going to be Sebaral versus Enlil. Sebaral was a guy who followed me on Twitch yesterday. He's a very strong warrior from what I was playing with him yesterday. It's very interesting to see him. I haven't seen him in any one of my 2v2 or 1v1 tournaments yet, but it's going to be very exciting to watch him here. I want to see what he's made of. When you're in a 1v1, it's a very different situation.
I'm so screwed. I'm stuck on tactics, and I don't know what to use.
I'm just looking for Sebrail. I'm waiting for him to enter. He was here before. If you're in Twitch here, Seb, just enter up into the match. I'm going to give him one more minute. Let's see if I can find a sub while we wait. This is what I mean about the first round, always going a little stumbly. Even though I do the roster check, sometimes people just have something that comes up and they have to go. Let's see if he wants to take his spot. I want to see if the Clown's in here as well. I want to see if Clown wants to sub. And if I don't find any, we'll just give him the bye and move forward. Maybe Rick's.
Which match are you on, Mike?
Right now I am on Sebral versus Enlil. Sebaral. He was a Twitch viewer, as I mentioned, from yesterday. He did join. Okay, Mr. Cam, you can enter. You'll take the spot, Mr. Cam. You'll take Sebral's spot. Perfect. So if you're here, Mr. Cam, yeah, there you are. You're going to enter red. You're going to be Sebral in the brackets. Perfect. Thank you so much for entering, man. I really appreciate that, Mr. Cameron. So here we go. Let's take a look at Cameron's build over here. He's running Rune of the Scholar with Demolisher. He's been in a couple of my tourneys. He's actually had a really good performance. He did good in the 2v2, I believe he was with his partner. He's also got Arcane, Water, and Air. Let's take a quick look at Enreal, who's running Reaper. He's got Curses, Soul Reaping, and Reaper. He's running with Great Sword and Staff with Rune of the Mad King and Paladine Amulet. It's a best of 3 series, guys. I'm just going to let them know. We're still officially in the first round, even though it doesn't look like that in the challengebrackets.com. But once we get to the quarterfinals, most of our opponents will hear. And finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing everybody's here and we can continue to move forward a little smoother. But thanks for your patience, guys. I really, really appreciate it. This is probably one of the stumbliest tourneys I've conducted so far. So here we go. We're going to watch Henry from the beginning here. He's coming in pretty hard. McCameron with the heavy shockwave, big burst down onto him. He's trying to kite away using his ports. He's got a lot of wells and he's still got a lot of cooldowns in his access. But Enki's a little newer to this, so I would still appreciate him entering. So that's Cameron taken down really quick. So now you're going to have to know how to watch out for Cameron and his big burst. He ain't messing around here today. So let me just make sure he knows it's a best of 3. Okay, he knows. Perfect. He's just setting up his build. We'll give him a minute to do so. That's why I allow the opponents to ready up when they're ready. They can't change their builds in between. Like I mentioned, the rules for this match is you can't change the class you start with, and you cannot change the 3 specs. So for me, instance, Alchemy, Firearms, and Scrapper, I can't change these 3, but I can change the stats inside of them.
Oh shit, you're on your scrapper?
Yeah,
Oh.
here we go. So Enki versus McCameron. Thanks so much again for your patience, guys. I really appreciate it. And I've got food sitting right here beside me. I want to eat it so bad, but I can't. Not yet, at least. So here we go, game 2. We're going to watch McCameron for this one. He's coming in pretty fast. He's trying to get onto the no ports. No, he's standing right over there waiting for him to come right out, blasting him with that big burst right on top. He's got to be ready for that. And the quick burst. Down goes McCameron. I want to thank you so much, Enki, for joining. He said he was relatively new, so I really appreciate it. It does take a little bit of bravery to do that. So we're going to move on with that one. That's actually going to be Sebrial, who's replaced by McCameron, who's moving forward. Our next match is going to be Dab versus Moon. Let's see if they're both here. I have replacements for them.
I'm coming.
Oh, there's Dab. Let's see if Moon is still here. They should be here. There's Moon, perfect, and Dab's in Discord with me, so he's entering now. I think Dab's going to be running on Fangbone, his core warrior. We got over here Moon running Wilderness Survival, Nature Magic with Soul Beast. He's also got Rune of Leadership with the Paladine. He's got Longbow with Sword Warhorn. Nice utility over here. It's going to be an interesting match. Just waiting for Dab to enter. He's coming soon. Yeah, Tech Mojo, everybody gets to participate or gets to watch. And they watch the matches beforehand and spectate, so they get to see their partner and what they're running. They can't really change their build based on what they're fighting because they're locked in what they have. So here we go. This is our first match. Penky's actually running not on his warrior but his mesmer. My apologies for that. Ruining the adventure with Carry On, making a little switch, dueling inspiration and mirage. Interesting to see. Dab usually enters with nice knockback. He wasn't able to capitalize. He's got to watch out for that worldly impact, which he does a good job of just Wing away, not using any of his teleports, being very patient. That was a smart play by Penky. He could have used a John or a Blink easily, but he saved it for when he really needed it. He's taking some heavy damage right now by HD Moon, who's also another good competitor. You'll see him a lot inside the FFA arena. Going into stealth right now, trying to get some burst. Good job by Moon, staying on the no port spot. He's a little high up. Good job by Dab getting out of the AoE. Now he's taking some heavy bleeding, some Condi, and he's got a lot of torment on him. He's cleared it really well. Misses the worldly impact one more time. Good evasion by Dab. Now Penke's in a little bit of a tough spot. He doesn't have much cooldowns left. He's looking a little bit low. He's got stealth to back out. Give him some time. Penke doesn't know where he is, so he's buying him some even more time. He's also got Quickening Zephyr coming up, which is pretty advantageous. And he's also got Rapid Fire ready in his pocket waiting. I'm just curious to see how he bursts. There he goes with the Quickening Zephyr. He's trying to get the damage out. Rapid Fire. Good job from Penke for mitigating most of that damage. He's trying to come back in. He's got one Wolfpack ready. Let's take a look at Penke. He's still looking pretty good. He's got a couple of cooldowns already. Some of them are coming back off cooldown. Oof, big burst coming out from Penke. Just in the nick of time. Mitigation from by Moon. Just in the nick of time. Mitigation by Dab. He's trying to get away. Worldly Impact does connect slightly, I think, on that one. Big stun over here, push back. He's trying to mitigate. This doesn't look good for Penske. He's in a very tight spot. He goes into stealth. He's still staying really close in the engage. Tries to use the John Cannon to get away, and that's Moon that takes the first one. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm relatively new to shoutcasting. I've only been doing this for about 2-3 weeks, so if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, just put it in the suggestion box down below. I'd appreciate it. I'm just doing this so I can put out some content and people have some stuff to watch, and some people have some stuff to do while we wait. There's no ATs or no 2v2s, no 1v1s, and even the ATs that we do are kind of buggy. There's no monthlies. So I'm just trying to put something out, so bear with me with my shitty shoutcasting. I'm learning as we go. So let's take another look at HD over here. He was running that Doliac stance. Interesting. He's also got Troll Ungent to make sure he compensates for the Condis. And these things are all, you can change them all throughout in between your matches. Like I mentioned, the only things you can't change are your 3 specs. So he's spec'd into Wilderness, Survival, Nature Magic, and Soul Beast. He can't change these 3. He can't change all of this, and he can't take off Ranger. Just waiting for Dabs to re-enter. Dabs, are you still there?
Yeah, it just changes that.
Okay, no problem. Maybe I can take a little bite of the food. Maybe. I do have some fries over here. It's 15 cents. Come on, fries. Here we go. Match starting up, guys. Dad did say he made some changes. Okay. I don't want to give too much away in case he's on the stream. But here you go. Dab trying to go for the high ground. Moon quickly going into stealth, trying to close the gap as quickly as he can. He's popping his one wolf pack quickly. Dab doing a good job of mitigation. He's almost kind of wasting it right now. Trying to get the rapid fire. He gets behind that LOS. Good job of Dab trying to mitigate some of this. He's got to be careful right now with that worldly impact. He does another good job. And he's also able to counter pressure by putting a lot of Condis. Actually, Dab got the better of that in that exchange. Even though HDK also went through a lot of bursts and a lot of cooldowns. Now he goes back into stealth to try to reset a bit, try to regain some ground. He's trying to find Penske wherever he can. As being a Mesmer, it's kind of tricky. Rain of Arrows. I think that's called Rain of Arrows. No, Barrage. Sorry guys, I'm just answering to whispers. There's a couple guys who had to bow out, so I'm trying to find the subs so it can continue to run smooth. Good job here. This might want to actually go out to the timer, but with HDK, he's just waiting, biding his time. He just popped one wolf pack. He's got his rapid fire. He just popped. He also still has Quickening Zephyr, so this match can end at any moment. Good job by Penske staying away, trying to just stack the Condis. He's doing a really good job. Penske's Moon also doing a good job of mitigating and clearing it. Nice stun right there. He's trying to go in for the heavy DPS. Dab's in a little bit of a heavy pressure right now. Good job using his clones to mitigate some of that rapid fire. He still has his barrage to put around him. Good job by Dab mitigating, re-sustaining himself, coming back into it, getting the Moon in the position he wants him to be. Lots of stacks of burning, made confusion. He's still got the bleeding. Good job of clearing that. He's still far away from Troll Legend. He's in a bad spot right now, and the timer's come up. There's no healing. The Poison Cloud, but Dab has got the better positioning in this map so far. He's got to be really careful. Dab actually manages to get the down. Good job by Dab, sustaining throughout that really scary part and mitigating it, coming to the timer. He's got to watch for his positioning here. He can't die a little close to HD, who does have a pet, which can be very, very scary. This is our first round 3 in our opening matches of our tournament. Our next match after this series is going to be Wonder Boy versus Andrew Man. I believe they're both here. This is game 3. This one's going to be exciting, and it actually went to the timer. I have a couple seconds to see if these two are still here. Evergrande is still here. He said he had to leave, maybe potentially, so I do have Anand who's going to come take his spot, which is a really good thief. I really hate giving buys. I like to see the action, and I want to see people work for their spots and work for the gold. So I'll always try to get substitutes as much as I can. Sometimes I'll even use participants that I've already lost. He's standing inside the Chaos Storm, which wasn't the greatest move, but he does back up. Dab doing a good job of keeping the pressure up and a lot of Condi cover over there. He had to do work quite a bit. He's got the Troll Engine that's already out. Good rapid fire and knockback. That was big damage by HD. That's exactly what he kind of needs on Penke, just to keep him away and keep him honest. He's doing a good job of on the no port spot. As I mentioned, this map is all about terrain. Oh, Nature Salad, my top donator. He's asking me what's the pool here. 150 gold and 5 skins is going to be the prizes that we're going to be giving out today. Today it's over 300 gold worth of skins and gold. We're going to be divvying that up between first, second, and third. Good job so far. They're both kind of counterplaying each other, doing a really good job. They felt each other out in the first 2 matches. They're both going back and forth. Sometimes Moon will get the better of the exchange. Sometimes Dab will get the better of the exchange. And when I say Dab, that's Penke Minsk, J Juggernaut, the Mesmer. Rapid fire trying to come out. Good job by Moon and good job by Dab. Both of them doing a stellar performance over here. He's going right back to the no port. Dab's in a little bit of a dangerous spot. He actually ports right out to the far point. It's just got to be careful. This is a big tunnel where he can just pew with the longbow. He tries to get the LOS. He's closing the gap with the jaunt, I believe. Coming in with some evade. We got 7 seconds left on this map mechanic. 4-3. Hasn't used the troll engine, which is no longer viable. He can't use that. It does do. This is going to be interesting. They're both. Penke took a big brunt damage at the end. He's at 50% health. He's got no health, but he does no healing, but he does have a lot of mitigation in evade, invulns, and teleports. So Penke's got to be really careful. And now the AoE is starting to move up. It's all about positioning at this point, where the end of the map is probably the best spot, especially when they start to get really, really pressured. I think Penke might have the advantage over here, depending on if he is able to get a worldly impact. If he can drop a good Chaos Storm and just start to drop some Condi down on top of him, that would probably be his best option. Good mitigation, big, huge rapid fire coming out with Penske. There is a slight chance he can get this, but no. So that's Penkimis who takes it. Next up is going to be Wonder Boy versus Andrew Man. Let me see if they're both here. I have 2 subs lying in the wind waiting, so we can kind of get that really, really quick. So we have Andrew Man versus Wonder Boy. They're both here, actually. So here's Wonder Pony, and there's Andrew Man. This is how the tourney should go. Both participants entering really quickly. Devastation, Invocation, and Herald. Now we're running with Rune of the Leadership with Marauder. Double Sword with Staff. This is your classic Revenant. Now we look at Valiant Cole, Andrew Man, he's been participating in the last 4 or 5 of my tourneys. Very, very stellar performance. He usually gets to semifinals. He's a really good warrior to watch. He's running Spellbreaker today. He's actually runs with Rune of the Daredevil. He runs a little different. I think he also runs with, oh no, he's got his Axe today. Axe Shield with the Great Sword. Running with Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. So he started engaging in the match. Valiant Cole, he's trying to get the big damage onto Coolers, which he does a really good job of. He's got the Mage Bane, the Shield to distract. He's got the Whirlwind to get the big damage. He already pops into his Signet, trying to get the heavy pressure now. Unfortunately, he misses on that rush. He's still trying to get the heavy pressure onto Coolers. Coolers has got to start to put some damage or mitigate some of this. He's got to be very careful. As I mentioned, Cole's a good warrior. He knows how to strike with his big stunts, and he's able to hide his moves very well. Good Bulls charge landing. Cooler is down. Valiant Cole takes the first match. Sorry guys, I'm just making sure all my subs are here. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. This tourney stumbled a little bit at the beginning. I don't have double monitors, so I can't always see my chat. Let me look at it too. The other player's waiting to get a watch too. Oh yeah, never mind. Cool. What's up, Mike? Yo, do you have a tournament clips here on YouTube? I have all my tournament clips here. If you look at my videos and highlight videos, that's all my 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. Anything I deem worthy of watching is in my highlights video, so take a look at that, guys. Do lots of people still play Guild Wars 2? There's not too many. The population isn't that big. It's not even the greatest thing to stream, but I'm trying to make people view it. I'm trying to give content to the Guild Wars people. That's the main reason we don't have a big population, is just because there's not a lot of events going on. So I try to do these as often as I can. I'm doing these every single day, and I always have participants. Sometimes they're a little sloppy like today, but at least I got it done. Is it Wonder Boy or Wonder Pony? I believe it's Wonder Pony. Sorry about that, Tech and I. You could always open up the chat on your phone. Yes, I could. That's a great idea. Yes, I did. I also had the other idea of opening it up on my iPad, which I did, but then the refresh time, and it just started to get really laggy. So I just said, forget it. This Friday, I'm going to get a double monitor. This one's going to be a 27-inch curved. Ooh, 144 hertz refresh rate. So here we go in game 2. He's actually running Marauder down for a little more vitality. Our next match after this is going to be Maha versus Zoomies. It's supposed to be Evergrande, but he's replaced. He has to go, so he got his own substitute, which is going to be Zoomies. Big job, big burst by Valiant Cole here. Coolers has got to have some sort of pressure. He can't just let Valiant just do whatever he wants with no sort of mitigation. Good try by Coolers. Thank you so much for participating. Valiant Cole moves forward. Maha versus Zooms. Thank you so much, Coolers, for entering. I really appreciate that. So that's Wonder Boy that moves forward, and Moon actually moved forward. I forgot to update that bracket. This is Andrew Man that moves forward in that bracket. I'll post the bracket in Twitch one more time so you guys can see it and follow along with me. Here you go. There's the 1v1. Thanks, Bono. I hope I get it. No Wonders doesn't move forward. It was actually the other guy. It's just me reading it and talking at the same time. It's Andrew Man, the warrior, that moved forward. Next up is going to be Maha versus Zooms. Evergrande had to bow out, and he got his own replacement, Zoomies. I think I've seen Zoomies before. Let me check his account name. Zooms. I believe I've seen it before. Maha's Gildy. He's a really strong core guard. He's actually running core guard today. Ooh, scrounged up some excess coins past 250. Here we go. Nature Salad donated again, so we got an extra 64 Mystic Coins for the tourney today. Thank you so much. Or maybe I'll save it for tomorrow's. I'm not too sure. But right now we're sitting at 550 gold with 5 skins for a tournament. Big damage coming out from Zoomies. Let's take... Oh my goodness. Maha's in some trouble. He's got to be really careful. But these are one of those matches that can really, really just... It's do or die. They both go in balls to the walls to put up some heavy pressure. They don't have too much in the room means of mitigation and self-sustain. They can last for about a good 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then after that they run out of cooldowns. As you see, Maha's already down. And let's take a look at Zoomies. He's already gone through a lot of his cooldowns, so it's usually big bursts and go out. But they both survived it. Now they're both kind of in like this flat-footed state where they try to keep up the pressure, but they can't. Zoomies is getting out the brunt end of this stick right now. Maha doing a good job of keeping the pressure and standing tape on top of him. Good job by Zoomies turning and burning, putting the counter pressure. As I mentioned, this is one of those matches where it's just going to swing up and down everywhere. The burst is out of control. Let's take a look at Maha's build over here. Ooh, Martial Amulet with Rune of the Flame Legion. He's running with Sword, Shield, and Great Sword. Really interesting. Radiance, Valor, and Zeal. Really nice. I like to see custom builds like this. Very, very interesting to see. Our next match after this series, just so the guys can be prepared, is going to be Shriner versus AWOL. But Shriner has been replaced with Magic Boy, so it's going to be AWOL versus Magic Boy. That's going to be a really, really good match. Let me just make sure that, who was it that was just in there? There he is, Zoomies. He knows it's a best of 3. So here, let's take another look at Zoomies really quick. He's got Inspiration, Dueling, and Mirage. He's got Rune of the Traveler with Demolisher, Great Sword with Axe Pistol. I don't think Maha made any major changes. He's still running what he had before. I think he may have gone down. No. Very interesting build coming from Maha. I really, really, really like this type of build. Anything that's unique, to be honest. So he's trying to go for a good job by Maha. He's running up the stairs, and he noticed, you know what? I got the advantage side over here with the no port and LOS. Big damage coming out from Zoomies again. AWOL's got to be careful. Oof. And as I mentioned, these matches can go very, very, very quickly, especially with these two type of characters. Very good job by Zoomies. Sorry, guys, I got the hiccups. Very good job by Evergrande. I'm sure I've seen Zoomies before. I know I have. He had a very stellar performance in this one. I think this is the first time I've seen him in my matches. I'm just going to run to the Heart of the Mist really quick to self-promote. Hope you guys don't mind. And eat some fries. I was going to eat them like a savage. Sorry, Alex, I did not. Sorry, Alex, I didn't see these, my man. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm shamelessly promoting. Are you in Discord with me still, Alex? Yeah, you're right there.
I'm here. I've got my mic muted.
Okay, sorry, bro. Just chat with me. Don't need to whisper. You can just chat with me. So here you go. PH Magic Boy versus Bez. He's running Sage Amulet with Balthazar. PH Magic Boy is a very, very strong competitor. He's been in these tournaments a long time. Bez just sitting way back in the back waiting for him. I'm sure Bez is not AFK. There we go. He's just trying to draw him into a smaller area, trying to get the heavy pressure. Bez might be in trouble with all that burning. He's got to be able to clear that and mitigate that. But he is running Firebrand. AWOL yesterday, I don't think he was running Firebrand. But it's definitely nice to see. Probably knowing that he was going to be paired against PH Magic Boy. This is a really good showing. PH Magic Boy is no slouch. He really makes Melly shine. He's been in a lot of the tourneys. Very, 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 very talented and very skilled. Bez taking some heavy pressure, but he's able to counter back. He's got some burns and some con. He's ticking away at PH Magic Boy. He's not able to clear them fast enough. Bez has still got a lot of matches left over in the last tomb right now. But these are both really strong competitors, and it's really nice to see. This is still the first round of our tournament. We haven't entered the quarterfinals yet. But whoever is going to be leaving this match is definitely going to go to the semifinals. I have no doubt in my mind. These are One of these guys is one to watch. Or both of these guys are one to watch going deeper into the tournament. Big Condi coming out. He's not able to clear the burn, and PH Magic Boy gets game one. And when someone just asked me why do you put the best people together, I don't. It's all out of random most of the time. If I do see that there is something a little weird, I will take it out. But I don't mind the two going against each other. This gives the other people a chance to fight. So the two kind of strong people knock each other out, and you don't see them just run through the entire list. But this one actually just came out just by coincidence like this. So here we go going into game two. Let's see if Bez made any changes. Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. Aristocracy with Sage Amulet, maybe Sword Focus with Axe and Shield. I don't think PH Magic Boy made any changes, but we're going to watch PH for this one. Going right to the no port spot, knowing this is the best advantage that he has, but Bez saying, you know what, I don't really care, come get me, I'm in my little house. Trying to come out with the heavy pressure. Bez is just, I think Bez is, oof, I don't know who's going to win this because PH Magic Boy is really clever and with this build and how he made it. Even when it gets to the timer, he has a lot of barriers, so he's got a big advantage in the timer as well. He's just a strong all-around competitor, and he's perfected this alley build. Oof, those burns really did their damage on Bez. Wasn't fast enough to clear it. He was able to get it just before he was going under 25%. Bez is under some deep pressure right now. Condi. And he's already gone through two tombs. He's in his last tomb right now. He's gone through a lot of mantras. Just on the last of his mantras, his elite and his heal came back up and proc. He's got to start putting the heavy counter pressure onto PH Magic Boy. If not, he's in big trouble. As you can see, he's got nothing left. He's just kind of trying to use the W to do the rest of his mitigating. And next dodge to try to get to the other no port spot. Magic Boy just kind of giving him the advantage at the moment. Letting him get his cooldowns, big stun, he breaks it, comes right back out, trying to get away a little bit. He's able to recharge his mantras. Look at this, he's almost fully resustained. PH Magic Boy not taking advantage. Big pull over there. He's able to get some counter pressure, but PH Magic Boy not getting any pressure most of the match. Still has all his cooldowns available to him. Easily mitigates that, but those, oh, if he had that little stack of 7 on a little longer, maybe it would have been a little different. Be able to get some good pressure. This one's probably going to the timer. Big pull, but big Condi's got the big immobilized. Oh my god, great burst by Bez. That's how it's done. Magic Boy was not expecting that. The entire match was kind of lolling through it until all of a sudden he just gets him in the good immob. Notices that the immob was there. PH Magic Boy couldn't get out of it. Condi bombs him a bunch and then just puts the Condi cover on top. Gets the win. Big stack of burns. Great job by Bez. We have a 1-1 series here. I bet you Magic Boy's not going to be so complacent during this round. Our next match after this is going to be Mike versus Alex. You're there, Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ooh.
Me too, I'm trying to eat. Battle of the Titans, here we go. Bez is just going to try to bide his time. BH Magic Boy is not going to fall for that. He got caught really good. Bez was able to drop a big stack of burn. He cleared it, and then he bombed him again. Standing inside the symbols, mitigating with his little whirl. Sorry for eating, guys. I'm just really hungry. Nice knockdown. Bez not able to get out of it. Big damage put on top of him. Trying to get the pull again, but he misses. And even trying to get the taunt, but he misses. Good job by PH. We got about 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this until the map mechanic. Just trying to keep some cleave. Good pull by Bez. Trying to get some more burn down on Magic Boy. But he's ready for it this time. He's still able to keep the pressure. Magic Boy's using a lot of cooldowns to mitigate a lot of this. Bez has got to be careful. He's got the 5 stacks on top of him. Let's see how he's doing on tombs and mantras. Not too bad. His mantras are still pretty healthy. His tombs are coming back on cooldown. And we got about 45 seconds left in this match. Ooh, big stun. He was a big pull. He's not able to capitalize on it. But PH Magic Boy was ready for that one. A good pushback by Bez to try to get some little bit of distance. He's got his mantras back up. He's already gone through his Tomb of Courage. Bez just trying to get some cooldowns, biding his time. There's 25 seconds. He doesn't want to get too excited right now. But this is how the other one looked, where he was able to catch him by surprise. PH Magic Boy is really ready. He's kind of bait him a bit into using some of his clears, get him in a little bit of a stack of burn. This is really nice. That kind of thing. And now he wants to open up with the big damage. We only got 5 seconds left in here. It looks like Bez is trying to control the dominant area of this map. PH Magic Boy has no choice but to engage, but once the AoE starts to encroach, he's got a lot of symbols and he's got a lot of AoE damage, so he's got to be careful. But Bez has, Magic Boy has a shitload of barrier. He's able to finally burst through it a bit, but he's still got to be careful. He's got all his mantras. Oof. Bez getting destroyed in that last match by PH Magic Boy. Next up, Shriner in the brackets, if you guys look at, is actually going to be PH Magic Boy. Hold on, guys. I'm just making sure I have everything set up. Now it's going to be Mike versus Alex. I'm running that build that you see me run in unranked. It's that Pistol Condi Scrapper. I'm running Rune of the Flock for more vitality. I got Rabid, and I got Stagnation and Exposure just for the extra Condi clear, because Hollows, Scrappers don't have much Condi. Alchemy, Firearms, and Scrapper. There's OG, Quadruple OG. Thanks for coming, Bez. Our next match after this one is going to be Lord of Nonsense versus Floor God. That's going to be a really good match. It's a Hollow versus the Core Necro. Hollow's got to make sure he brings his Condi clear. So starting up on this match, Alex is already going up for the no port. I'm going to try to pop him with some Condi here if I can. Just trying to keep the burning on him as much as he can, but I'm sure he's ready for it. He's going to try to mitigate all of my burning. Ow, Alex. Doing a good job of clearing Condi. He's going to Rampage. I gotta be careful here now. Oh, Lord. This is super dangerous here. Oh. He's running away now. I just gotta try to hunt him down. Uh-oh, this is a dangerous zone for me. Just trying to keep the Condi on him as much as I can. Yes. I was able to do it. Good job by Alex. Doing a good job of mitigating most of the Condi. Trying to come in for some heavy bursts. He almost got me once or twice. I got really lucky with the blind. If I didn't get that blind off, I'm pretty sure he would have had me. We saw Alex in the first match. You have a kind of an idea of what he's running. It's that super OP new meta build that he's selling for 30 gold. If any of you are interested, whisper Alex. Just waiting for him to ready up. He's probably changing a couple things, trying to compensate for the Condi, which I don't knock him for. There's a lot of Condi, a lot of burning. Lord of Nonsense and Floor God. The next match is going to be the last match in our first round of this tournament, and we're going to be entering the quarterfinals. There should be a lot of good matches, and everybody should be there, so it's going to go pretty quick. Oh, dang it. Is that a rifle or a longbow? Yeah, a longbow. He's trying to compensate for the range against range. I don't want to really be down here. I want to try to stay as high as I can. Ah, I thought I got him in the MO, I did. I gotta be really careful with him. Good Condi clear by Alex Golf. There's the rampage. I gotta be really careful with the rampage here. Ah, I'm getting really close to the timer. I'm not sure if they updated the sounds on Flamethrower, but I really like them. This is dangerous for me. I shouldn't have engaged this so hard. It's getting to the timer where it's not going to be in my advantage here. Alex is doing a really good job here. Nice. I got him right to the timer. He can't really clean himself off. I'm in MO, not an MO, but good job by Alex Goff. He almost got me a couple times, but I was able to use my super speed in the terrain to my advantage. Thanks again to Alex Goff. Shout out to him. He helps me a lot in a lot of my tourneys. He makes things go a lot easier, and as you can see, without having him, even in this one today, it's been really hectic. Thank you so much, Alex Goff. So now we have Lord of Nonsense versus Floor God. This is going to be really good. Lord of Failure is another AL player, so is AL God, Floor God. They're both from AL. They're both really strong competitors. I was playing a bunch against matches against Lord of Failure yesterday as his Hollowsmith. He's really good at it. Really top tier play in my opinion. And he's running Rune of the Scholar with Amulet. A lot of people like this Rune of the Scholar, especially Mesmers and Hollowsmiths. Let's take another look at Floor God. He's running this super dominant broken Necro Core build. Really strong, and he executes it really well. There are some hard counters to him. He got beat up yesterday pretty bad by Rainy. It was just too much pressure from the Revenant that just collapsed on top of Floor God. He didn't have any way of mitigating it. Couldn't build up Shroud fast enough. Good job by Lord of Failure. Elixir S's really quickly to mitigate the Spectral Walk and any heavy damage that he might have. He gets caught in the Fear Ring. He's got to be really... looks like Floor Guy gets the big burst and finishes off Lord of Failure. Sorry about that. Guy was responding to a whisper. So here we go with game 2. I'm sure Lord of Nonsense is going to be a little more careful now that he knows what's happening. And he's going to watch out for that big heavy damage coming from Floor God, the Condis. Thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. Minion Guild Wars 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys. When you guys follow or subscribe to my content, that's what really makes me feel good about putting this out. It tells me that you enjoy watching it, you want more of it. I get a lot of mails, I got a lot of whispers from people saying thank you so much for putting this out. Even though I'm sucky at shoutcasting, it's still some sort of content, something that people can participate in. And there's a lot of gold that I usually always have a minimum of 300 gold. Today is over 500. The one before it was yesterday was over 500. The one before that was over 500. So there's a lot of gold for you to be able to win, and you can be able to test your skills, test your theory crafted builds, and bring them to the competition. Ooh, Lord of Failure taking some heavy condi. As I said, Floor God is one to watch until the end. Cleverly, he has AED this time. That's a big change that he's made. Floor God's seeing it really quickly, though, and he's mitigating it. But at the same time, not only does AED stop Floor God from attacking because he doesn't want to heal him, so it's either like a double-edged sword. It's either you stop attacking or you attack and he heals. But he did a good job. He had no choice. He mitigated his damage. Floor God was able to finally get some counter pressure. He's got the fear ring. He doesn't notice it because of the way it's placed on the steps. You don't see the bottom half of the ring. Good job. He's got AD coming in a couple seconds, but it's not enough. Floor God ends up taking the victory over him. And now we're finally officially starting our quarterfinals rounds. That was Gunstrack, but the Gunstrack is actually Floor God who takes this. So our next match is going to be PH Magic Boy versus Moon. Nope. That's going to be McCameron, excuse me. McCameron versus Moon coming up. I'm going to go shamelessly promote really quick, guys. Give me a second. Coming right back in. If you like this type of content, guys, like I've mentioned, look at my highlight videos. That's all my 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. So if you're interested, just click those. I do these tournaments almost every single day. I'm just waiting for McCameron. I think he should be here somewhere. It's unfortunate if he's not here. Yes, there he is, McCameron. So take a quick look at Moon's build. If you guys are interested in, like I said, all I do is 2v2s, 1v1s, and 3v3 tournaments. So I do them every day. I'm just trying to push out the content. Even when I don't even think I'm going to get enough people, by the end I get really nervous. But every single day, I'm able to put a tournament. Today I had 19 competitors. Yesterday I had 21. It just gets higher and higher and higher. I really thank you guys. I couldn't have done it without you and all the donators. So here we go, McCameron trying to push in hard onto Moon. And you got to remember that McCameron's got that really bursty Mesmer build, Ellie build. And HD's got to kind of compensate it. He's got to out-sustain him and try to get through that burst. He's got the swirling winds to mitigate any of that long-range weapon damage coming from Moon. He's got the nice job by putting out the fire. And he's keeping the no port spots, trying to mitigate with using LOS. Good job. Moon is trying to back out. He's got to get some counter pressure. He's already used through a lot of his cooldowns. He still has a troll engine, but it's not a really sufficient heal for this type of damage that McCameron puts out, but it does help over time if he's not too low. The only danger is once he gets low and McCameron wants to burst, the troll engine I don't think will be sufficient enough. But so far McCameron's doing a good job. He's not taking any heavy damage. Sorry guys, I still have the hiccups. He's not taking any heavy damage and he's able to mitigate a lot of it. I think this one might go to the timer. He's in stealth. McCameron has no way of finding where he is at the moment. Moon has actually switched spots and gone to the top node, but McCameron has a lot of AoE pressure. He's able to keep it up, and he got his own stealth of himself. He's trying to put up some heavy damage now on Moon, who's trying to mitigate it and getting the LOS. He's got the top ground. It's hard to land that fire, to the tooth fire, whatever it is. I don't know all the names. Like I said, guys, I'm kind of new, so if you know the name of that little Ellie move where he drops that fire tooth, let me know. So we got McCameron still mitigating. We got 25 seconds left. Now this is where the pace of the match starts to change. They got to be careful with their cooldowns. Watch them. They have to try to burn when it gets to about 5 seconds left. Try to burn them down so that when they start with the timer, they don't have much health and they can't heal. 10 seconds left. Looks like McCameron's got some good cooldowns. Same with Moon. He doesn't really need his troll engine. He can use it if he wants to. He should use it right now before the timer. He gets a little bit of heal, whatever he can from it. Now the timer's officially started, so there's no more healing and the AoE effect comes into play. Now it sees how they can get this burst down. McCameron actually taking... Oh, this is going to be dangerous for Moon. McCameron immediately running to the good spot. I don't know if Moon knows that the AoE is starting to encroach. Yes, there it is. Now they're trying to go back and forth with positioning. HD's got to be really careful. He's got to evade a lot of this. He's doing a good job with the reflex and the evade. McCameron doing another good job of evading, getting it down. That was a really intense match, especially for McCameron, who's always got to be careful. He's been, like I said, McCameron's been in the past couple matches tourneys that I've conducted, and it's a pleasure to have him returning. Always puts up a stellar performance. And Moon, really nice dude. I've seen him in the FFA. We talk a lot, or we kind of just joke around. But I'm happy to see him participating. And thanks so much, guys. If you like this content, click that follow, click that subscribe so you can keep track of when I do these types of things. I've already got 200 follows in this short period of time that I've been streaming. That goes to show you that there's a lot of people that want to watch this stuff. There's a lot of people that want to do this. So that's what I'm trying to do, trying to get some content. I've had Guild Wars 2, not shoutcast, but host my streams before. So I'm pretty sure they're watching. I'm in the process of having a couple things done. I'm trying to be like a little shoutcaster for ArenaNet so I can do their little tourneys. That's something that's in the process. Hopefully in the next 6 months something like that will be able to work out. But I'm working on it. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. That kind of thing really makes me feel like I'm on the right track. Thank you so much, Pop and Boom. I really, really appreciate that. All the follows I can get or subscribes I can get really motivate me to keep doing this, guys. Like I said, I do them every day. McCameron with the top ground. Getting the big damage on Moon. Moon wasting the worldly impact over there, unfortunately, but doing a good job by just sitting underneath so he can mitigate a lot of that damage. He's got to figure out a way to get up there without taking damage. He's got the big stun from McCameron. Nice damage put down. Moon was not expecting that. That was a great combo from McCameron. Excellent play. Now he's trying to get some rapid fire down on him, trying to revert and try to turn burn back into him. Let's take a look a little bit at Moon a little bit. I like the weapons that he's using, kind of unique. Does he have the longbow? No, yeah, he does have the longbow. Thank you so much for that follow, man. I really, 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 really appreciate it. You guys are the fucking best. That was you, Dijskin. I don't know, something Ken. I don't know how to pronounce that. This Ken. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So now we got Moon still sitting at the top, dropping down his barrage, trying to keep Cameron honest, not letting him just get away with whatever he wants. He's mitigating a couple good dodges right there to get away from that big burst, and that's what he's got to be really careful. He's in the stealth. Oof, here he goes. He's trying to get some sort of counter pressure. McCameron doing a really good job of mitigating most of it, staying inside water. Now he's going into earth. Again with the heavy pressure. Good mitigation by Moon, coming in trying to get some counter. Again to the no port spot with the LOS, so it's a really big advantage for him. We got 20 seconds now. He's got his troll engine that's up. He's got to now be very, very, very careful. He's got to start saving his cooldowns, watching out. Maybe McCameron is trying to get the down before the match finishes. That was a really good stun. That little fire rock is really hard to catch. He did a really good job, though, of mitigating it. Now he's in stealth. We've got 4 seconds left. He's in a good position. He's got a lot of his cooldowns. He doesn't really need Troll Engine. Let's take a look at Cameron. He's still sitting pretty good himself here. Now, this is where there's no more healing, and Cameron's got the high ground where you can definitely take advantage of this. You just got to hit him with a couple big long-range AoEs. Oh, the poison. Moon takes a lot of big damage from poison. He tries to prop Troll Engine, not knowing that he can't heal. This one might look like it's going to go to Moon. But he's still fighting back. Big damage. Oh, McCameron running into the AoE a bit. Big mitigation. And down goes McCameron, guys. Our next match after this is going to be not Evergrande. It's going to be our 2 subs, which is going to be PH Magic Boy versus Zoom. This is going to be a really, 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 really good fight. I'm excited to see this one. Let me tell my competitors over here. Ooh, this one's gonna be good. Let me just take a look at the chat so I can see if you guys are saying anything in particular. Nice Dam wonders, my friend, haha, I told you to join the tournament. Thank you, Tekanai. Oof, the comeback. The God, Cam. Yeah, Cam is really, really, really good. Impressive, stellar performance coming from Cam in that one. I think that was his second match, actually. Thanks so much for coming, Moon. I really appreciate it. So here we go, PH Magic Boy, and we're looking at Zoomies. Let's say Zoomies was really bursty, and he did a really good job in his first fight. Let's see how he does against Magic Boy. Magic Boy is the resident AL powerhouse. This guy is a monster. He's got 5 rings on his hands from the 5 tournaments. He's probably maybe even won 6 tournaments in the AL. He's participated in over 30 of them. He's very experienced. He's like the veteran Don of these tournaments. Very hard to beat. He's like the rite of passage over here. Zumi's doing a really good job though, mitigating a lot of the condies, staying out of the damage, trying to keep the pressure up, not burning too many of his cooldowns, being patient. But this is where it gets really dangerous for him. He's using John. I think that was John. I'm not sure what exactly that was. I'm not the greatest caster, but he's doing a really good job right now. But he's starting to run out. He's got to try to kite, get some distance so he can regain. PH Magic Boy's got the sustain of a god. He can stay in that toe-to-toe battle all day if he so chooses. And I don't think Doomies has that type of sustain. Good job from Zoomies, though, putting the pressure onto Magic Boy, not realizing it. Good job. Oh, my goodness. He's in heavy pressure, but he's got to keep the pressure up without taking any damage in return. He's just throwing those great swords. Wow. Wow, 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 wee, wow. I'm starting to sit up in my seat. Magic Boy's now regained to full health. But I think Zoomies has just gained the respect of Magic Boy because that was some heavy pressure. He did not expect that to come out from him. Good knockback, trying to get the big damage. PH Magic Boy able to mitigate most, if not everything of that. Again, engaging him with some heavy bursts. He's just bursting him down with these small little guys and doing a great job. Meantime, PH Magic Boy on the run right now, running for his life, trying to use anything he can to sustain. He gets the LOS. There's only 15 seconds left in this match. Zumi's just dumping the damage on top of him. PH Magic Boy has no way to even come back from this. He has no answer for it at the moment. He's starting to resustain just in the nick of time before the actual mechanic comes in. Zumi's doing a great job, but now Magic Boy coming back with his own pressure. Zumi's just getting a little too aggressive, but this is a great position for Zumi's at the moment. PH Magic Boy has only got barrier to sustain him. He's got to be really careful, but Zumi's is also super squishy at the same time. Oh, Magic Boy trying to get to Condi. He's got 6 to 7 stacks of burning. Oh, the bleeding. He's got Zumi's. Oh my goodness. That was really, 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 really good. Great performance by Zumi's. Stellar. We still have one more of these. I hope Zoomies actually wins the next one so we can get a third round of this. That was a really, really fun fight to watch. Zoomies really good mesmer. Holy moly, was that exciting. I'm going to watch him for this round. Sorry, guys, I'm eating my fries. They're cold now. Let's take a quick look over here. I'm going to be watching Zoomies on this one. That was a really fun match to watch. I knew it was going to be exciting. Magic Boy going for the no port and the LOS spot. He's definitely got a newfound respect for PH Magic Boy. But Magic Boy is a master of adjustment. He adjusts very well to his opponents, especially after the first round. He barely, narrowly escaped with victory on that one. But like I said, Magic Boy counters really well. I don't think he's made any major changes. Maybe I think he already had Sanctuary on him. But even just the changes he makes to his playstyle and the way he engages his opponent after the first round. And he also starts to learn his burst combos, how he likes to combo them, and how he likes to lay them on when he's in pressure and when he's not in pressure. Magic Boy getting the better of the exchange over here. I think he's taking off the baby gloves. He says, "Nuh-uh, no more fucking around." And there you go, PH Magic Boy taking game 2, eliminating Zoomies. Thank you so much, Zoomies, for participating, man. That was really, really fun. I really hope you come to the next one. And Evergrande, thank you so much for letting him come in and sub for you. Our next match, it was actually Sebral that won that against Moon, I believe. I didn't update that. But Sebral is actually McCameron. Now it's actually going to be me versus Space Pen. Ooh. Space Pen is probably running his Firebrand, which is a hard counter for me. He's just got way too much clear. I just enter myself in these to just be the extra body, and if there is anybody that wants to enter and I haven't done my match, I'll usually let my spot be his spot. I'm just looking for Space Pen. I'm not sure where he is right now. I know Anend is here. Oh, okay. Spaceman said message him when it's his turn. Let me just find him. Where are you, Spaceman? Sorry, guys, for the delay. He's part of the guild. He shouldn't be too hard to find. See if I can find any sub. I don't think I want to use a sub at this stage of the game. It is quarterfinals. If it's quarterfinals, I don't mind. Yeah, quarterfinals, I can still use a sub. Let's see if Anend is there. Elite Aegis will sub. That's Dr. Cook, so I'll let him do that. So Elite Aegis is going to be our substitute. He looks like he's running Firebrand. He's actually really good. I gotta watch out for him. And especially, like I said, with Firebrand with so much Condi clear. Sorry, guys, for eating. It's kind of rude, but I'm super hungry, man. This is our second game in our quarterfinals. Oops, that was bad. Uh-oh, spaghetti. This is going to get really dangerous. Out. Out. Oh boy. This is not where I want to be. Aye. Not where I want to be. Oh boy. I almost had him. Oh nice, he fell down. I oh no, just before the cooldown. Oh, I gotta have my heal up. This is where I gotta. Oh fuck. can't even target him. This spot's so close. God damn it. Kept targeting a whole shitload. I missed a lot with my poison dart volley. Thanks again, Elite Aegis, for taking his spot. I really appreciate it. We need a last minute sub. And it is only the quarterfinals, so I don't mind. Our next match after this is going to be Floor God versus Andrew Man. I believe they fought yesterday. Alright. Yeah, he's an official participant. You just got sucked in. Ooh. That pull is nasty. Doesn't look good for your hero, guys. Condeclare is just too intense. There's nothing, just too much clear, man. Oh, oh no, this doesn't look good for your hero. Oh, I actually won that. The Poison Cloud, yay, Poison Cloud. That's too funny, the Poison Cloud saved me. It was all part of my master plan, guys. So here we go, game 3. Let's see if my Pistol Condi Scrapper can beat this Firebrand with massive amounts of cleanse. I definitely think I will do that. I'll upload it on YouTube as well so you guys can see that. I'll probably just make another channel and put all my stuff up there. Should have waited for that. Use something else instead. Ooh, I don't know how he missed that. Oh, these stuns. And that bubble. Owie. Get off me. Come back here, you fiend. Where am I firing? No. Thought I dodged that. Come on, where's my little shield? Not where I wanted to be. Come on, let me target him. Oh no, this anti-stealth. The clear. Oh no! No! Poor God, no. I mean, Elite 8 just moves forward. Alright, guys, moving into our next round of the semis. That was. Spacepen was replaced by Elite Aegis, so it's Elite. Now we have Floor God versus Andrew Man. Sweet, guys, this is going to be our last game in the quarterfinals. We're going to be entering the semifinals after this. Let's take a look at Floor God one more time. He's running that super dominant fucking core necro. It's super scary. Every opponent he's gone against he's annihilated. But Valiant Cole, he's gonna try to take him out this time. What really works really good against Floor God is heavy damage, like Revenants, those type of classes who can put the heavy pressure down before he can gain any shroud or go through any of his cooldowns. It's really one of the better things that works well against him. We saw it in the tournament yesterday or the day before, where he was actually annihilated by Rainy on the Revenant, which did a really good job. But here we go. Let's take a quick look at Valiant Cole as well. He's looking at Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. He's got Axe Shield with Greatsword, Rune of Courage, Energy, Savagery, and Agility with Daredevil and Berserker. He's going a little more ham on this one. He's trying to do exactly what we said. Floor God getting the better of the positioning already, going for the LOS spot. Heavy Condi, he's able to clear it really quick. He tried to get him with the Bull's Charge, but he was unsuccessful. Tries to get him with the Arcing Slice as well, but he's just out of position. And this is what I mean by the heavy pressure. That's what you need to do on Floor God, is just keep the heavy pressure. He does have the Rampage, which he should be using it right about now. That's what I would click into, the Rampage, to get him low down on the Reaper Shroud. Maybe he's a little more confident and not as... He's good at Warrior, so he knows what he's doing, so maybe he's just biding his time and waiting a bit. But Floor God is very deadly. He's got the World. The Bull's Charge misses. He tries for the 100 Blades. He doesn't get it. Tries to go up. That was really weird over there how the map jumped him up. But this is a position he doesn't want to be in. He should have used that. Oof. And now Floor God's got a little bit of advantage. He's starting to get regained. Now he uses the Rampage. A little too late in my opinion, but he still has the opportunity. Full shroud over here. This doesn't look like good for Valiant Cole, and down he goes. Yeah, I think he should have used the Rampage as soon as Floor God was really low and a little bit of Shroud. You give him too much time, even though his health is really low, he can easily regain it. And he actually vengeances. He can still finish it off in this state. If he's really low, oh my god, this is the first time ever this is going to happen. He gets the stop. Can he finish him in vengeance? Oh my goodness, he finishes him in vengeance. Valiant Cole takes it. Yes, that counts. That counts. That was him. He's the first one to stomp, and he was able to stomp. That was impressive. That was impressive. That was the first time I've ever seen that someone come back. I've seen a very, very close comeback from Vengeance and almost do it, but never truly do it in Vengeance. Floor God got a little complacent, let his guy revive. He didn't realize he was really low, and and that's true. Nature Salad, one of my big donators, actually told me when a war rampages versus a core necro, it's a great free corrupts from stab into fear. So he kind of had it was kind of a good move by Andrew Cole as well. These are other aspects that I don't take into consideration, and I thank Nature Salad for putting that valid point up. If he did go into Rampage, he would have feared him right away. He's trying to keep the pressure up, like I said last time. That's exactly what you want to do to this type of core. Necros just put the heavy pressure down. Good port by him, but he also got the Mage Bane. Now he goes right into Rampage. There's the corrupt that he was talking about, which can be very dangerous, but he can mitigate still a lot of the damage. Big kick. He's trying to get it all off with the Rune of Resistance or a Signet of the Healing Signet, trying to get the resistance up to get the Condis off. He's trying to keep the pressure up onto Floor God, which is doing a really good job so far. He's got the Bull's Charge. He just manages to get the Bull's Charge, but he's got a lot of stacks of Torment, which is too much. He's not able. Floor God's not messing around on this one. He's going for the quick stomp. He's not able to get it. The Vengeance is still there, but he's got the chilling on him, which really slows down on the Vengeance. That was a really, really, really good match. Floor God not getting fooled. He almost got caught. That was a good rampage by Andrew Man. That was very, 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 very close. That could have been an exciting match. Now we got a 1-1 series in our quarterfinals here. There's one. I think there's one more match after this. Nope, this is our last match in our quarterfinals. After this, we're starting the finals. It's going to be Elite versus McCameron, which is going to be good. That's the Firebrand versus the Ellie. Then we're going to have PAH Magic Boy versus the winner of this match. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This 1v1 was a little sloppy today. It didn't turn out so well. A lot of the participants who I roster checked ended up having to leave. They have raids to do. And there was also a big opening for WoW today, the Vanilla WoW. So it was a little hectic, but I still was able to get 19 participants. And I'm really thankful that you guys came out to check. If you like this type of content, just click that follow, that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It's kind of like a shout out back to me saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks so much. Let's start this third and final round. It's already been started. Valiant Cole is sitting far back. This is not the position he wants to be in. He wants to close that gap, stay in Floor God's face. Good job dodging that Bull's Charge. He's coming right back into him to try to keep the pressure up. He's got a lot of stacks of Torment, and the vulnerability is going to be a big factor in this. He rampages, he immediately corrupts the Rampage. He's got the Mage Bane tether. He's got to take advantage of that. He's not able to get the heavy pressure. Floor God's got full shroud up. This is bad news for Valiant Cole. He's got to try to mitigate or get away, but he always got that cripple up on him, which is really tough to get away in any situation. There's the Condi just ticking away. Big, big damage, and down goes Valiant Cole. Floor God takes this one. Thanks so much again, Andrew Man. I think this is the second time he's been thwarted by Floor God. But now we're officially starting our semifinals. Our first match in the semifinals is going to be Space Pen versus McCameron. This is good. No, actually, Elite versus Cameron. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go into the... don't start the match just yet. If you can, don't click ready yet. I'm just going to run to the map chat and spam in there like a madman. Two seconds, guys. Yeah, exactly, Zamax. Rampage is not that great. So we got both of them entering. Let's take a quick look at whenever you're ready, guys. They've already ready up when you're ready, McCameron and Elite Aegis. So he's got Rune of the Scholar with Demolisher going for that heavier damage, but he's also running Demo, Arcane Water, and Air. Let's take a look at Blue Elite Aegis. He's running Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. He's also running with Axe Shield and Mace Focus. He's also got the Rune of Duena with Mender Amulet. The comeback, goddamn, you should upload. Yeah, I'm gonna upload definitely onto YouTube. That's something I'm definitely gonna consider. Have to send. Sorry, Bashima, you have to go. Rampage can be tough against the Core Necro. Is it corrupt? Yep, the corruption on Core Necro is really, really dangerous. So here we go. McCameron's kind of sitting back, waiting for Elite Aegis to come to him. He's not too concerned. Elite Aegis goes in, kind of scopes it out, and says, "You know what? I don't think I'm gonna go inside your house. I'll knock on the door and wait for you to come to me." I'm not sure what McCameron's doing, but he's definitely sitting back there waiting. I don't think he's AFK. They're just kind of waiting to engage. I don't mind because it's basically he's really bursting. He's got to be careful against him. There he goes. He's trying to scare him out of his house a bit, pushing him away. Elite has got to engage because it doesn't favor him when it goes into the map mechanic. He's trying to put some pressure onto Elite. Elite taking big damage over here. He's trying to force him out. He's got him in a great spot. Great damage by McCameron. Good combo. He's inside his bubble, trying to mitigate. I didn't think Elite Aegis expected that. Great positioning by McCameron. That's where you can use his little rock tooth. His fire fang tooth, whatever you want to call it. McCameron, knowing he doesn't have the advantage in the long-term sustain. So he's using a lot of LOS. He's using the small quarters to get some big damage out. Just making Elite a little scared. And you can see how many cooldowns he's already gone through. Both tombs, mantras have been wasted. Big pull by Elite Aegis. McCameron easily mitigating that. Putting more of the heavy damage right on top of him. Elite Aegis just can't outcompete. He's got renewed focus to restore all of his tombs, but it's not enough. McCameron takes game one. So for this, we're going to be giving the winner 150 gold. And then the second place is going to get his choice out of 5 skins. So he can pick any skins out of those 3. And then last place can choose 2 skins. The last 2 skins he's kind of stuck with. I got to go to the bank and get the skins, but I'm going to show them to 3rd place and 2nd place when I find out who those winners are. So here we go again. Elite Aegis. I don't think he's made any changes. He still looks pretty confident when he's running. He is a substitute last minute in the quarterfinals. McCameron going back with his same old tactic of kind of hiding back and not engaging too hard, knowing that he could get in big trouble if he's out in the open. And he can kind of corral Elite Aegis into this area, keep him where he wants him, and he knows where he can drop a lot of his AoEs. It may look a little trolly, but this is a great strategy. McCameron just trying to keep the pressure up. Elite just trying to get some counter of his own, but McCameron doing a good job of mitigating all of that. He's not too bunky, but he is running with Demo, I believe, today. Oh yeah, he is running with Demo. Like I mentioned, the only rules in this tourney is you can't change your class and you can't change the 3 specs. Oh, he finally manages him to get with that Fang Tooth Fire Rock. If you guys know what that Fire Rock thing is, write it in Twitch chat so I know. I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm really new to shoutcasting. I've only been doing it for about 2-3 weeks now. But I appreciate you guys coming out to watch. He tries to get him in the pull. McCameron, he nicely evades from it. He's using his Elite already. But his tombs were already up, so I figured why not? He's only got 50 seconds left inside this cooldown. Powering up his mantras inside that bubble, gets a good pull on him, but I don't think he's got enough damage to sustain onto McCameron. McCameron's got a lot of regen. Maybe not regen per se, but he's able to top up his health really, really quick. Thank you, Nature Salad. It's called Dragon's Tooth. Thank you, Niches. There's Dragon's Tooth again with the new name, Dragon's. I knew it was Fire Dragon something Tooth, but it's Dragon Tooth. We only got 20 seconds here now. I don't know who this is going to favor. There's a lot of blocks and blinds on both sides of this spectrum. It's going to be tough. McCameron trying to take the dominant position over here, but there's still a lot of time before the AoE actually does start encroaching onto the little bridge over there. Aegis is running away, taking a lot of damage in the process. McCameron taking full advantage of this situation where Aegis has no way of countering, and that's it. McCameron just annihilating, seeing that window of opportunity, taking full advantage of it, and just dumping a bunch of damage on top of him. So that's McCameron that actually moves on to the finals. Now we have over here is going to be Floor God versus a PH Magic Boy. This is going to be a really, 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 really good fight. PH Magic Boy is a very strong competitor. And so is Floor God. But I don't know how Floor God is going to kind of compensate for PH Magic Boy. PH Magic Boy... Sorry, is it, guys? So let's take a quick look at PH Magic Boy so you guys can see he's running Sanctuary. He's still running the same what he was before. Sage with Sword Focus. He's got his Cleansing and Energy on his Sigils, which is classic for most people. It's really good. Most really powerful Sigils. Fire, Arcane, and Weaver. Let's take a quick look at Floor God over here. He's got Curses, Spite, and Soul Reaping. You can take a look at his utilities as well. Rune of the Traveler with Deadshot. He's also got Staff with Scepter and Dagger. Floor God cleverly going right for the no kite spot. And PH Magic Boy saying, you know what? I ain't going there, man. This is going to be another stalemate. This looks trolly, guys, but they're both really good competitors. The opening engage is super, super important, so they're both kind of waiting each other out. I don't think that Floor God has the sustain to be able to get to the map mechanic. So this is kind of helpful in both ways. But if it goes to the map mechanic, one of them's got Shroud, one of them's got a lot of barrier. But the only issue is Floor God's got to be able to build up that barrier. Here he goes. He's probably going to consume these guys. No, he's waiting. Man, Magic Boy, this is basically a battle of attrition over here. Who's got the patience and who's be able to wait? Yeah, Floor God's not messing around. Look at that. This consume minions. He just keeps... And he's getting his Shroud up. So by the time the timer comes, he should be at full Shroud. This could be very dangerous for PH Magic Boy. This is probably the first time I've seen where they've never engaged until the entire map mechanic. But like I said, they're both really high tier players. They both know what they're doing. So this is the strategy they choose, and I agree with it. Not the most entertaining, I'll tell you. Thankfully, it's not the finals match, but this is going to be very interesting when it gets into the timer. There's only 15 seconds left. Magic Boy starting to close the gap. Floor God taking full advantage of the fact that Magic Boy has to run through all of that to get to him. There's only 10 seconds now. Floor God rolling right into Reaper Shroud, fearing him off, stacking a shitload of condies. Magic Boy's in big trouble. He's trying to clear them off as fast as he can, but he's still got that vulnerability. Magic Boy trying to turn down now on him. Floor God's still got full Shroud. Here he goes right back into it. Magic Boy's in some trouble now. He's only at half Shroud now. He's still sustaining. He's got the Fear, but he also got the Stun at the same time as the Fear, mitigating a lot of damage. PH Magic Boy trying to close the gap now. Floor God trying to do everything he can. He's got 3 seconds left till the Shroud comes up. Will he last? Yes, he lasts. He tries to get the Fear, though. He got a little too greedy. Magic Boy gets it. It's still not over, though. There's a lot of Condi down. Floor God does have the healing when downstate. Oh my god, he's trying to sustain as much as he can. The lots of Condi. That was really, really, really close. Really close. Good job by both contenders. That was really exciting. Oh my god. The script's actually it's part of some sort of event that's going on in Guild Wars 2. I believe in the for trading post right now for free in promotions you can get this guy. Where is it? This guy right here. Knife Tail Gang Hunting Bond. It's some sort of thing that's going on. You can get it for free in the Black Lion Trading Company. If you click on Black Lion Trading Company and you go to promotions, you'll see there it's worth the $0. I already got mine. So here we go, game 2. Let's see if Floor God made any changes here. I don't believe he did. But this is going to be another one stalling where they're just going to wait and wait and wait until the end timer comes up. I have no doubt in my mind that's the tactic that they're going to be going for today.
Yo, Mike.
Yo, what's up, Dev?
Did I just downloaded this fucking DirectX 12 thing? Like it's like its own mod that makes your Guild Wars run on DirectX 12 to the 9. You remember how I was having like frame rate issues where I was like at 12 frames per second?
Yeah?
I'm at 100.
Oh, shit, bro. You must be loving that.
It's like a different fucking game.
I think I'm going to try that too. Well, my computer's already still pretty good. It was a little laggy today, mind you, though.
Yeah, I think it'll help a lot with your stream. Like, because I was having problems, like, just streaming Guild Wars. Like, it was really super laggy, super pixely, and I would mess with the bit rate and stuff, and it just didn't help. And then, like, I tried streaming, like, Battlefield and, like, Dauntless and a few other games, and it was crystal clear perfect.
I'm definitely going to try it out. And we still have here Floor God and PH. Thanks again for that, definitely going to look at it. Floor God and PH Magic Boy just kind of sitting back, waiting for the timer. They're engaging a little earlier this time. Magic Boy's not going to get tricked by that again. It was really, 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 really tight. Floor God getting all of his Shroud eaten up by Magic Boy, not taking any damage or any Condi. Floor God getting a good sustain on him all right there. And now he's under a little bit of pressure. Nice fear ring by Floor God, catching PH Magic Boy in the little corner. He's got a lot of Shroud, but PH Magic Boy with a stun of his own. He's got fear ready to go up. Magic Boy could be in trouble here. He's on the lower ground. He's not able to get any damage up. He's on a no port spot. Floor God is really low, though. Magic Boy going in with the swirling winds, trying to mitigate any type of projectile. He does have a couple Condis, a 9 stack of bleeding, the poison, the torment. Here we go. This is what Floor God was looking for. The extra Condis on Magic Boy. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear them. He's in big trouble. Floor God takes game 2. Now we're moving into a game 3 series. That was really exciting. Floor God versus PH Magic Boy. Oh my goodness. They engaged a lot earlier this time. They were saying, no way, I'm not waiting this time. And I think PH Magic Boy paid the price for that one. That was a really exciting fight. After this match, we're going to have our third place match, which is going to be Elite versus whoever loses this. I'm going to be giving out the prizes at the end because I have to figure out who first, second, and third are. Second place is going to have his choice of 3 skins from 5 of them. There are 5 skins available. He's going to have his choice of 3 of them. And then second place is going to get the last 2. First place is going to get 150 gold. So here we go, PH Magic Boy. Magic Boy and Floor God engaging really quickly. They're not taking any. As each match progressed, they just went harder and harder. Magic Boy is not fucking around anymore, going really hard on Floor God. Floor God doesn't have any Shroud. He doesn't have any sort of mitigation. He's gone through all his cooldowns. PH Magic Boy making quick work of Floor God this time. But Floor God getting some Condi down, able to get some counter pressure. But PH has got to counter right now and finish it up. That's PH Magic Boy that takes this one. Really, really, really close. That was very interesting to see. Thank you so much for participating, Floor God. Always very interesting to see that build. But now we have third place match. So this is going to be Floor God versus Elite, our Firebrand versus our Core Necro. If Elite is not here, then we're just going to give... Oh, he's here. If he's not here, I know he's in the arena, but if he doesn't enter and he's the AFK, I'm going to give the third place to Floor God. I'm going to give him a minute to see if he is actually here. I don't want to just give it away without giving him a minute or two, guys. I'm going to take this time to thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate this. I put these tourneys on every single day, and every single day I always have enough participants. Even if I think it's going to get really close, there's always enough people. So I really enjoy that. I thank you all, the donators, the participants, and the viewers. If you like this type of content, click that follow, click that subscribe. It's a way to give some love back to me. I really appreciate it. Also, sometimes I'll do closed only guild tourneys. Only the guild can enter. And also, if you're a Twitch subscriber or viewer, I also allow you guys to enter as well. So that's another little thing that you guys get to participate in. Eventually, I'm going to do some really big prize pools where it's only guild that are allowed to enter, and that's where you guys can really take advantage by watching the stream where you can enter as well. And on this Saturday, I'm trying to do a big 3v3. I'm trying to accumulate a bunch of donations to get up to 1,000 gold. So it's going to be a 3v3 this Saturday. 1,000 gold for the prize pot is what I'm trying to achieve. So here we go, Elite Aegis versus Floor God. Ooh, he's already got a lot of condies. Elite Aegis is able to clear a lot of those right away. Let's take a look at Floor God. He's sitting really good in Shroud. Floor God's got full Shroud up. I really like this spec. I really want to try this Core Necro. Floor God, he really made me fall in love with it. He catches him in the floor ring. Great placement with the floor ring. Elite Aegis doing really well against the Condi, just clearing it all the way. Trying to keep the pressure on the Floor God. The Floor God's just constantly regaining his Shroud. Look at all those stacks of Torment and Vulnerability. The Fear to finish him off. And that's game one that goes to Floor God. So here we go in game 2. Sorry guys, I'm just whispering some dudes out there. Thanks again for watching, guys. Just click that follow, subscribe if you like it. Yesterday I was able to hit my 200 followers, subscribers, and I was also hit my goal of, my 200 followers, and I was also able to hit my goal of subscribers. I've actually gone up by one, so I've set myself a new goal. Hopefully you guys can help me achieve that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Here we go. Big pull by Elite Aegis and the push coming out. Floor God trying to get away. He's getting some heavy pressure already on him. He's countering back with some heavy torment, and he's got him in the immo. Aegis is, I think he switched over to a little more Condi, did he? No, he didn't. Doesn't look like it. Still the same way. Floor God is definitely got a lot. I don't know where he's getting all that regen from. Maybe from his wells, from the staff. He does have Spectral Walk as well. Floor God just trying to mitigate. I think his best bet is just to wait till the timer. But then again, Floor God has so much the Death Shroud or Life Force. Is trying to dump all the Condi. It's when he gets the big Condi. Good pull by Aegis, trying to keep the pressure down on Floor God. And that's Floor God. Sorry guys, I'm still whispering. That's Floor God who takes it. So third place is Floor God. Floor God, I don't know if you're... Hey, thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. That was McCam. He's in a finalist right now. Thank you, McCam, for following. I really appreciate it, bro. And I really appreciate you entering the tourneys. It really means a lot. You're actually bringing some really good competition and a very unique build. These are things that I all really like to see, and I'm trying to encourage when we do the 1v1s. Because there's no real team play in this, it's just you, so you can be kind of selfish and play whatever you want. So here we go in our best of 5. Best of 5 series, PH Magic Boy versus McCameron. This is Core Ellie. Oof, this is going to be interesting. Let's look at PH Magic Boy. He's running a Weaver with Arcane and Fire. He's still got his own. He's actually changed over to Rune of Balthazar. And he's got Sage Amulet. He's got Sword with his Focus, Residual of Energy, and Smoldering he's changed over to. For the extra Condi, McCameron's sitting over here still with Rune of Scholar, Demolisher. He's got Demolisher with a Rune of Scholar, sorry guys, Scepter, and Focus. He's also running Arcane, Water, and Air. He's a Core Ellie versus a Weaver Ellie. This is going to be really, really interesting. I'm curious to see how McCameron does. He did a really good job so far. He's had a stellar performance throughout all his matches so far to get to this point. He is going to be a second or first place winner no matter what. So like I said, first place gets 150 gold. Second place gets a choice of 3 skins out of 5. And the last place gets the last 2 remaining skins. Good job by McCameron trying to keep the pressure up onto Magic Boy, using a lot of the LOS, getting him in a good stun break. Getting him in a good stun, trying to keep the pressure, mitigating him. He's got that. What did Magic Boy say that was again? I mean, Nature Salad say that was again? Something Fang, Dragon Fang? Dragon's Tooth, yes, Dragon's Tooth. Gets him in the Dragon's Tooth. He's doing a really good job of mitigating his damage. He's got an insane amount of kite ability. This swiftness that stays on top of him, the porting that he's able to do. It's being a really tough job for PH Magic Boy to try to keep some damage on him. Good damage by McCameron, just pressuring him really hard. Stellar performance. He's able to mitigate. Nice stun break. He's trying to get it to finish on him. Magic Boy mitigating with the world, trying to get out. McCameron just doing everything he can. That was a very impressive performance by McCameron. PH Magic Boy is no slouch when it comes to this. He's like a 5-6 time champ in these 1v1 tourneys. He's entered over 25-30. He's very experienced. And this is where the experience also comes into play, because he does make great adjustments throughout his matches. So after this first one, sorry guys, I'm just whispering. He does make really good adjustments. Let's see if he does make any over here. Still looks the same right now. Let me go take a look at McCameron. McCameron is stellar play on this Core Ellie. My goodness. Really dominating. Yes, he did make some slight changes over here. You see over here he went back onto this one. This is exciting, and this is best of 5 guys, so there's a lot of room for adjustments. McCameron going right away to the high spot. PH Magic Boy in a little bit of a sticky situation, not taking any damage from coming up. That was really good. McCameron being able to take advantage of that. The big damage again from McCameron. PH Magic Boy's got to be really careful with that. He's doing a lot better job now mitigating. He's not getting too low, but he's definitely got to watch out for that big stun and burst combo that McCameron was able to pull off. And McCameron is so wily. He's really quick and really slick. He's able to get away from them really fast. Just porting, dodging, going onto those sports, using LOS like a boss. And this map is all about terrain. And this type of character, really squishy. He does run with demo, actually. Not that squishy. He's got the swirling winds up to try to keep him away, to block any projectiles. PH Magic Boy kind of running for his money. Here comes the Fangs to Dragon's Fang again landing. That was really good timing by McCameron and good placement. PH Magic Boy right now just trying to get any sort of pressure. McCameron looks like he's running out of cooldowns a bit. He doesn't have much, but PH Magic Boy, I don't think he's fully aware of this. This one looks like PH Magic Boy's best opportunity right now is to wait. Big stun again. McCameron's got nothing left in the tank to be able to dump on him, as you can see. But now he's only now starting to get his cooldowns back. PH Magic Boy's got to be really careful. He's at about 50%, and the burst coming from McCameron is very deadly. So 50% is where McCameron wants to beat it, to have him, because of the amount of sustain from PH Magic Boy. He's also almost got to burst him down in 2 stages. Bring him down to really low. Ooh, first time that PH Magic Boy's been able to do some serious damage to McCameron. And like I said, it doesn't take much. A couple little taps on him, and he's got some big damage. Again, Magic Boy's got to be very, very vigilant, though. There's a big stun coming out. That was a shocking aura, I believe. McCameron's getting really low now. PH Magic Boy trying to keep the pressure up. He's trying to chase him back into his spawn. McCameron doing a good job of kiting in and out, baiting him out. Good job, PH Magic Boy, keeping it up. But he's also can't be complacent because this is where McCameron wants him, right at 50% health, so he can just turn and burn and dump a bunch of damage. But PH Magic Boy making sure he has that barrier up, and as you remember, you cannot crit during barrier. That's PH Magic Boy taking game 2. Great adjustment. PH Magic Boy did make some adjustments in from his first match to his second, and as I mentioned, he's a veteran of this. This is what it comes down to in best of 5 series, adjusting to your opponent. But I've also set it up in a way where you can't just completely counter. There's only small minor adjustments that you can make, and as you can see, the small minor adjustment that PH Magic Boy was the difference that he needed to get that win. So now we have a 1-1 series so far. I tell you what, I can't wait to eat my food after this tourney's over, guys. Holy moly. I've been smelling it the whole entire time. Oh, see, I've already passed my 200 follower mark. I'm sitting at 205. So here we go again. Let's take a quick look at McCammon. They're already engaging really quick. I don't think he was running Marauder. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was running Demo before, and now he's gone over to Marauder. That's the slight change he's made, just to have a little more of a vitality, a little more CC, a little more survivability. Because when you have a low vitality pool, I don't find toughness makes that much of a difference. So he's obviously opting out for the vitality now. Let's see if that makes a big difference for him. PH Magic Boy doesn't seem too concerned right now, not keeping up the pressure, taking a lot of damage trying to close the gap, doing some good ports, keeping up, staying toe-to-toe with him, getting the better of the exchange right now. McCameron doesn't have much of an answer to this at the moment. He's just kind of getting tossed around. He's trying to look for an opening. He's backing out a bit, trying to use his Glyph of Elementalist. He actually wasn't able to call upon the Glyph. He does now. I don't think he was using that Glyph last round. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I believe McCameron was on Demo, but someone's telling me he's been on Marauder the entire time, so that could be true. Yeah, so McCameron is still running on Marauder. So here we go, Pete. They're still trying to keep the pressure up. This is the closest it's been. Good burst by McCameron. This is where he wants him, right at that 50 mark, but he's got that full amount of barrier where he can't crit. And that's the hard part for McCameron, and that's the change that PH Magic Boy as well he also made, just for that extra barrier coming from Rune of the Sanctuary. And I think that's what's making the major difference, stopping a lot of that big crit damage from coming down on Magic Boy, so he can't get that huge burst. McCameron's got to make some slight adjustments coming into Game 2, but this is where the dynamic of the match entirely changes, where the map mechanic comes in, where there's no healing. You've got to be really careful of positioning, you've got to be careful of your cooldowns, healing before it comes up. So they're both trying to keep him down really low. PH Magic Boy doing a good job of trying to top up just before. Cameron trying to get some big hits. He's got the Dragon's Tooth coming down. Big damage by McCameron. That's exactly what you need just before the timer. Big. Now he's just got to capitalize on top of it and try to mitigate anything that PH Magic Boy has to give him in return. He's just got to put down the damage now. It's really, really, really close. He could take the series right here. McCameron just backing up, biding some more time. The AoE is starting to really close, and that's McCameron that takes it. Really, 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 really exciting so far. That's 2-1 series. Battle of the Alleys. My goodness. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 2-1 for McCams right now in a best of 5 series. Here we go. This is going to be game 3. See McCameron over here. He still hasn't made any changes. Still running the same as he was before. Let's look at PH Magic God. Still looks like he's running the same. No, actually he's changed over once again. I wonder why he went for that. I guess just to try to keep the pressure up. Yeah, just trying to keep up with McCameron, trying not to let him get away from him, which is a good tactic. Like I said, he's really good at adjusting. He tries a lot of different things, and he notices what he's weak at during his matches, so he tries to compensate for those. He's doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up. McCameron's not able to get any counter right now. He's doing really stellar. Literally almost flawless. McCameron doing a good job of mitigating, dropping down the Dragon's Tooth and the Fire Field just to try to get him to run through some damage. Good job getting that little bit of burst. Now he's trying to capitalize on it fully. This could be dangerous for Magic Boy. He's in a tough spot. He's got the high ground. McCameron trying to come over through the high spot. Again with the big burst. PH Magic Boy is in a very dangerous spot. Gets the big pushback and lightning. That was a nice burst. He was able to mitigate a lot of damage. Be able to just get back on his feet from that little bit of staggering. Again with the Dragon's Tooth, he's just trying to get him to walk through the damage. That's a really clever idea, but PH Magic Boy is a very skilled fighter. He's not going to fall for some very basic tactic like that, but still it could work. As you saw in the end of that last one, just as the timer went out, McCameron got him in that huge Dragon's Tooth. So it's something you always have to be attentive about and watch out for. He's always placing it, always dropping it. So it's something you're always going to have to be avoiding with the amount of damage. There is it is again. He sets it up really, really well and constantly uses it. And it has to be something in the back of PH's mind to always watch out for that. It's like kind of like a mind game thing. It's a really good job by McCameron. Again, with the heavy pressure, PH Magic Boy's got to find some sort of LOS and get away from this damage. Here comes the Dragon's Tooth right on top of Magic Boy, but he mitigates all of that. That was beautifully well done. And he comes back with a stun of his own. This is super dangerous, and McCameron takes the finals. Kudos to McCameron. That was super impressive. Battle of the Alleys, Weaver versus Core. Oh my goodness. Thank you, McCameron, for coming. I really appreciate that. It was a super exciting fight. You actually not dominated, but our previous reigning champion was PH Magic Boy. He won yesterday, and you were able to topple him with an Ellie of your own on top of it. Super impressive. Thank you so much for everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it. If you like this type of content, click that like, click that follow button, and you'll be able to keep track of when I do these things. It's almost every single day. Take a look at my highlights video. That's where all my 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s are, and you'll be able to see what this is all about. Thank you so much for your time. I'm probably going to take about 10, 15, 20 minutes to eat, and then I'm going to do some some ranked. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did these performances. Big shout out to my donators, to my participants, and the viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. Click that follow, click that subscribe. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for coming, Cam. You're the best, man. Daniel Washington there. Thank you so much, guys. You're really, 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 really appreciate you coming out. I'm new to this shoutcasting. Oh, Tech Mojo gifted a sub to Mr. Cam. You're the best. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, Tech Mojo. You're a fucking beast. The big sub going out to Mr. Cam. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Tech Mojo. You guys are the best. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I try to put this content out every day for you. Every single day. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. And like I said, on Saturday is going to be a big 3v3. I'm trying to accumulate a bunch of gold. I'm trying to get 1,000 gold. So start finding your teammates. You can also sign up as a free agent if you so choose. But this is going to be a big one. I'm trying to do it for when I got 200 followers yesterday. That's my big like bash for it. I really appreciate it. Once again, Tech Mojo gifting that sub to Cam. You are the best, Tech Mojo. Thank you so fucking much. You guys are great, man. So I will be back in about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to eat my food, post that video. I hope I didn't screw it over because I had to stop the stream and restart the stream halfway through because it was laggy. So it might only be a portion of this one that's in the highlights, but it's not too bad. This is 1v1 number 42. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. You guys rock. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be back.